The weapon triangle is back and even better than before. Not only is the weapon triangle returning, but new mechanics have been added such as the break mechanic, which won't let your opponent counterattack if you use the right weapon. I'm really looking forward to this mechanic. I feel like this will open up a lot more strategies and encourage the use of more weapon types. I usually play on the hardest difficulty, so being able to have any kind of bonus that helps out even just a little is very helpful. In Three Houses, one of the things I didn't like was how passively you had to play in the beginning on maddening difficulty. The only way you could really beat levels in the early game was luring out enemy units and attacking with all of your units. Once you started getting skills for your units, the game became a lot more fun because you could play a more active role in the battle on your turn. I'm hoping since there will be more strategies around the weapon types that the beginning of Engage will let you play more actively in the beginning of the game on the hardest difficulty. Body arts will also be effective against bows, tomes, and daggers, so it will be interesting to see how that affects the gameplay. Another thing I'm looking forward to are unit types. If you don't know what unit types are, basically each unit will have a unit type assigned to them, and units will have different abilities based on their unit type. Armored units won't be affected by break. Backup units will perform a follow-up attack when a nearby ally unit attacks a target within range. Cavalry units have high movement. Covert units have double terrain bonuses, dragon units get boosts to engage skills, flying units are unaffected by terrain, mystical units negate terrain bonuses while using magic, and chi adept units protect adjacent allies if their HP is full. I think this will also contribute a lot to strategizing around the classes you have on your team and encourage the use of more types of units. The next thing I'm looking forward to are emblem rings. I think it's cool how heroes of the past will help you fight, and they are clearly going to be a major aspect of the gameplay. I think having to watch your engage meter and plan around it will add a refreshing take to the combat system. Characters will also be able to learn skills with the emblem rings, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm also glad that everyone can equip the emblem rings. This will allow for more freedom when making builds. One thing that disappointed me in Fire Emblem Three Houses was the combat arts had the same animations. The only combat art that had a unique animation was Astra, and it wasn't even a good combat art. I was hoping it would be more like Echoes, where each skill had a unique animation. The animations may not have been the most advanced, but I looked forward to unlocking each weapon's skill and seeing what it looked like. It seems like the Engage skills will have over-the-top animations, which I love because if I use a special skill, I want it to feel like I just used a really powerful move. I think this will be a fun mechanic to strategize around. The next thing I'm looking forward to is the Somnial. I always like when there's a place to rest your mind from the more hectic atmosphere of battling in games. Strategizing during a battle is fun, but the Somnial lets you strategize more leisurely because you don't have to worry about units dying. It's fun to think about what weapons you want or the builds you can do with different characters, and it feels nice to upgrade weapons or even just do something like customizing characters because it's relaxing. I definitely think the traditional gameplay is fun, but I like variety better. Fates had a similar thing to the Somnial, and it was my favorite thing about the game. While I'm on the topic of the Somnial, another thing I'm looking forward to are the minigames. At first I wasn't excited about the minigames because it just seemed like something random you could do. However, the more I thought about it, the more I liked the idea. The minigames will give you bonuses for doing them. We've had stuff like this in the past, but most of the time it was from selecting stuff in a menu. What I like about the minigames is that they will be more interactive. Going through a bunch of menus gets pretty tedious, so I'm hoping this will make it a lot more fun. Something else I'm looking forward to is customization. I've always liked being able to customize characters, so I'm very happy they added this. In Fates you could also do this, but I feel like there weren't a lot of options, so I'm hoping there will be a lot more in this game. And in Three Houses you could get outfits, but all of them felt very out of place in the story, so I hope that outfits in Engage won't have that same problem. I just feel like customizing characters is fun and adds a little extra to the game. Another thing I'm looking forward to are the graphics. Every time a new Fire Emblem game comes out, I'm surprised by how much they've improved the graphics. I'm not usually someone who cares about graphics, but this game looks amazing. I know some people may not like the more anime style, but I personally love it, and I think it will appeal to a wider audience, which can only be good for the series in the long run. From what I've seen so far, the combat animations look very good and feel fluid. I also think the magic looks much better in Engage than it did in Three Houses. Because while I don't think the magic in Three Houses looked bad, I do think it looked unnatural, which doesn't seem to be a problem in Engage. The weapons also look really cool from what I've seen, and I can't wait to see all the new designs. Something else I'm looking forward to is weapons don't break. I think it will be nice not having to manage your unit's weapon inventory and instead let you focus on battle tactics and character builds more. I'm also looking forward to player maps. I have always wanted to play Fire Emblem in multiplayer, but I haven't really gotten the chance to. I think it will be fun to create maps that people can challenge and to challenge other players' maps. And the final thing I'm looking forward to is learning about all the new characters. I feel like one of the best things about Fire Emblem is learning the backstories and values of the characters. It makes everything feel more important. If you want to see what I think about all the new character designs, you can watch this video here, and if you like this video, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell.